How would you counsel somebody to get started collecting coins?
I think the main thing is, and I get asked that question a lot, I think the main thing is just, look at it, find something you're interested in, and just have fun with it. I have a lot of people that collect by country, a lot of people that maybe collect by their birth year or maybe where their family originated from. So I think the main thing I tell people is just find something you're interested in and have fun with it.
Do a lot of homework. Do a lot of homework. Read as much as you can. Get as much. Find an interest if you have one in a certain specific area, and then learn as much as you can about it. Go around, kick tires, ask a lot of questions, and the more knowledgeable you are, the better you're going to do. The number one thing I found that the most successful collectors over the years, the ones you see when the auctions that do really well with marquee kinds of auctions and stuff, there are people who spent a good amount of their life with a passion to collect those coins. That passion led them to know about the subject, and then they succeed.
Find something you like, or if you don't have a series that particularly grabs you, then work on a typeset, get one of each. I know among some of us we've always talked about if you want to do a typeset, why not do a key date typeset? Key date coins always have a good reason to rise in value. Or you can do there's a lot of various ways to do that, but typesets are great, or a series that you like the design, Walking Liberty halves or something like that. Something that really interests you, and then dive into it, get the literature, get the books, and look at as many coins as you can. And be a little patient and selective, but look at lots of stuff.
Knowledge. Get a book. Get the book first before you buy. Get acquainted with all the coins. Decide on which series that you want to focus on, and then do all the research in that series, and then go slow. Go slow. Don't bury yourself in coins, and ask all the questions, and get knowledgeable about the subject first before you dive in.
Have them get journals and read book, and just read up on as much knowledge as power. And when it comes to VAMs and varieties, and you can cherry pick a lot of good coins out there and make a lot of money from it.
I would counsel them to join a coin club, buy as many books as they can, and to ask questions, because if you fail to ask a question that you think is stupid, you may lose a lot of money. There's no stupid questions for a beginner. Ask questions, join a coin club, and try to get with a reliable deal, an honest, reliable deal. And if he can't take the time to explain things to you, you're dealing with the wrong dealer.
How do you counsel a collector to get started in the hobby?
Spend $500 on reference books first. Don't spend a dime on coins until you figure out what you want to buy. One of my pet peeves in this business has been somebody walking into a coin show and saying they have $10,000 to invest in rare coins. I tell them that they should spend $500 on reference materials first, or buy a couple of very inexpensive coins and decide what they want to collect. Invariably, they walk away from my table because I didn't want to sell them coins that they shouldn't buy. And they come back a couple hours later and they want me to tell them that they've gotten a good deal on something that they haven't gotten a good deal on. And unfortunately, those people won't spend any more money with us in the future. They're going to have gotten something that wasn't good value for their money because they didn't do the research first.
Collect what you like. That's really what it's all about. And as a collector at heart myself, if you don't buy or sell, you don't really know where the market is. But if you don't ever plan to sell, that's fine. Collect things you like, things that when you open up your cabinet and look inside of it, you say, I bought this one here and I remember this and this and this about it because it's really what I like. And when you sit down with other collectors, you can say, this is my favorite because, or I like this piece because. And if you have a collection like that, whether you choose to sell or not sell at some point in the future, you've always gained a whole lot of enjoyment from it, and it's an activity that you'll continue to enjoy doing.
What I usually tell my new collectors is to try to get the best quality key date of the series they're interested in first, and then maybe plan their whole collection around that coin, match it, get similar grade and toning of that one coin, but just try to get the key date first. And a lot of people do it backwards. Get the cheapest coins, the easier dates first, and then they have to pay more later for that key date. So I always tell them, try to get that key date first, if you can.
Well, I would say to find an area of collecting that you have an interest in, whether it be silver dollars or gold coins or whatever, and do as much research as you possibly can in that particular area. Because the more you read about it first, before you make that initial step of buying coins, that's an important part of it. And then once you've decided what you want to do, then develop relationships with 2, 3, 5 dealers that you feel like you can really trust. One way to do that is to go to the pngdealers.com. That's a great resource there for collectors, because at pngdealers.com you'll find what we call our Collector's Bill of Rights, and it kind of outlines what you should expect from anybody you do business with in this business. So it's a good resource for collectors. Also, the American Numismatic Association, another great resource. A lot of good information for beginning collectors and who want to join an organization that will help them.
And how would you guide someone to get involved with coin collecting?
Well, I would start right here at this table. Bring the kids. We have a draw, coin draw. You can take some world coins home with you. Explore them, look at them. Well, what's the history? Where do they come from? What are they made out of? What do they represent? And we also have put a cent in the slot in a Whitman phone book where you can look at the date and the mint mark and put it all together and kind of walk the show and meet the dealers and come to the club, and good place to start.